What's good, everybody? It's your boy Skrilla the Hitman back with another episode of Step Into My Office. And today, we got a very special guest with us. My favorite guest, all the way from Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. The trailblazer, the pioneer, the dude who kicked down the door for all the Jacksonville rappers. My beloved Baby Soulja. What's happening with you, my nigga?
Brother, how you feeling, dog?
Always good to have you here, baby.
Yeah.
You're looking like $1 million. Every time I see you, you look like 100 million, brother. I can't even lie to you, baby. You're looking good, baby. How you feeling, though?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm free, dog, again.
Again.
I'm just trying to just, walking light, bro. I'm blessed. You know
Always, man. It's always good to see you, my brother. How the children?
Oh, they blessed.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because me and you, we locked in.
Right, we
it's
locked
family.
in. For
So I'm
sure.
gonna ask you about everything, man. How mom,
yeah.
my dad, everybody
Everybody's
good?
great, man. Everybody
Barbie,
good. Fame, Barbie,
Okay.
everybody good, man.
That's what's up. So it's good to hear that the family doing good. I want to let you know,
Right.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Off the back, I seen all the growth
right. That's
from
real.
when we first met
Yeah.
to the time that the train kind of went a little crazy.
Right.
And then when I saw you rebuilding, you was trying,
Right.
but you got it right.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
proud of you, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you,
I
bitch.
appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that shit.
I love you, nigga. But anyway, let's get into it. Like what I do with all the guests I have, I like to take people through their journey.
Okay.
How they began, how did they get into the music,
Okay.
what influenced them, what inspired them to become who they are.
Right.
You by far have the biggest audience
Right.
so far that I've met, that I've interviewed.
Right.
So I know that a lot of the people who are watching right now, they already are familiar with you. But
Right.
for those who are not familiar, can you tell them where we started at, my brother?
So I'm born and raised Duval County, man.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised, you feel me? And everybody, it's the same like the rest of the trenches, though.
Right.
Duval County. But speaking of just the music,
Mm-hmm.
growing up, man, I knew I wanted to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, back then, the Bow Wow.
Right.
He was young, right?
Right.
And he had the hair, and he was just raw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was legit, man. I was 6 years old, 5 years old. I'm like, man, I want to be like that. You feel me?
right.
And then as I got a little older, the Masterpiece, the C Murders, the Silk. You feel me? Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it just went from there, and I was just influenced by that. I always just had that music in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wanted to play basketball too, though. But I'm like, man, my heart really want music.
Right.
But those are the two dreams that I had ever. You know what I'm saying?
Basketball and music.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just took music serious. So when I knew I wanted to be a rapper when I was like 6 years old, bro.
Yeah. So you was putting rhymes together since you was 6?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you because like a lot of the audience, a lot of the people, out there, they know you from, like most people be like, hey, you talking about the rapper that used to make songs on those couches?
Right.
How old you was when you and Barbie used to do the songs?
Okay. Yeah, we was young, man. So I'm about 16, 17?
Wow, you was babies.
Yeah, we was young. But see how that went about.
Okay.
Boom. Back then, me and Barbara it started off like this, because I always just freestyle.
Right.
I'm street rap, you know what I'm saying? I'm rapping about everything that go on the hood and this and that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what my hood and everybody knew me from. I'm cussing in all my songs. I'm freestyling. Even if I ain't living what I'm talking about, I'm just rapping. So the thing with me and Barbara, this came about like one day I'm just listening to a beat. Right. The beat just was like on some positive vibe. It was like them instrument.
I make
you make beats, so sometimes them beats they gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
So I just heard a beat one time, and it was like I just hear like raindrops, and I just hear like, you know what I mean? Just like
the whole scene, like a
man,
movie.
It's need to talk about something like positive or something was going on in the world.
Right.
So I do that. I just rap in the camera, just how we sitting right here.
Now, yeah.
The camera sitting up, I write to the song, and I rap in the camera.
Damn, so you was really one of the first YouTube rappers.
Yeah, around that time.
So, right now, it's like a trend. It's like actually, it's not even a trend. It's the new way.
Right.
So you was building your audience on YouTube from the jump.
Yeah, back then. Yeah.
Even back then, so you was ahead of your time.
So I just one day I post a video. I go to sleep. I wake up. I got like 1,000 people tagging me or something. World Star done picked it up. So I'm like, what? I've been rapping all my life. I've been trying to get on World Star.
Right, forever.
That cost like around that time like 3-4 bands. I'm
Right,
like, man, I can't.
I can't even do that.
But World Star picked that video up. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So I'm like, okay, I'm going viral now. Let me try to rap this gangster shit now and let them.
Yeah, now I'm in the dope.
Okay, I'm in the dope. So I do that. So I post the gangsters. They don't do nothing.
Nothing. Damn.
So I said, let me try this little vibe with the positive right here.
Again.
Post it viral, world star again.
Through the roof.
So I say, man. So from there, I just kept going. So now I'm trying to sing. I can't sing, so I be like, hey, Barbie, sing this here. Woo, woo. So that's how that started.
So that's how Barbie. So Barbie was your first feature.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Sis for the first feature. Looking out, you heard me. So you started out positive, basically.
Yeah, that's how I came in the game. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That, a lot of people told me that because like when I met you in at the end of 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, he reminded me of B Chisel.
Right.
I was like, man, I got to do whatever I got to do to get on this project.
But that's the thing, like, I ain't want the world to look at me like that.
Like that, I know.
Even when mama, she'll say stuff like, you can't be playing like that. You putting all this positive stuff out there, but you not living that positivity out here in the real world. I'm like, man, I ain't expect that to go viral, fam.
Yeah, you just putting out music.
But like I said, now it just make me like, man, what if I need to be on that type of vibe?
I think it was a sign.
It was a sign. I believe it was a sign, bro.
It was a sign because like even when I was talking to another artist, you know Mike Smith.
Yeah,
like, I was talking to Mike Smith. So
I was just listening to Mike Smith yesterday. Yeah.
Even Mike Smith, he real big on this. He like, man, I like to rap that gangster shit, but they like my dance music.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna put out the dance music.
Yeah,
so even he was telling me like, you know, as artists, sometimes we gotta just listen to what the people say.
Yeah.
That's it, and just go with that. That's usually the move. All right, so you go from going viral with the positivity music. You know what I'm saying? You made your name and made a mark with that. All right, so how did you make your way down to South Florida?
All right, so
it ended up with your first record deal, my brother.
Okay, so I'm gonna say like in 2014.
Okay.
This was like 2014 if I ain't mistaken. Maybe 13, 14, one of them. Freezer, salute Freezer, man.
Shouts
you know
out,
what I
big
mean?
brother.
He was saying he want to sign me. He reached out because I was going viral and I guess he seen like, man, this little dude got talent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because everybody was seeing me. Everybody was seeing it. It was all over.
You viral. Yeah.
So I guess Freezer, he was already connected with people in my city, Jacksonville.
Right.
So I think he reached out to Wendy, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, Wendy Hollywood, how you doing, baby? Shouts out, Wendy.
Auntie, what had it. So I think from what I remember, he reached out. I think he reached out to her like, man, who you know?
Can you get in touch with this artist, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So she was like,
she went reaching out to your Jacksonville small for to know you.
I guess she told my cousin Lil Hens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Lil Hen reached out and was like, they trying to sign you up there with. So I'm like, okay. But you know, at that time, I'm like, man, I ain't never been signed. I don't know how this really, I don't really want to. So Freezer was like, man, we'll fly you out and you know what I'm saying, let you see the vibe. We ain't forcing nothing, whatever, see how you like it. So they flew me out in like 2014.
Right.
So I came down, that's when I met Gold Rush.
Gold Rush.
I met Gold Rush.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I got straight in the studio and I
Day
just
one. You just got in and started working.
Yeah,
okay.
but I ain't get signed then. Okay. I was only there for like a weekend.
Oh, okay. You just came for a visit.
I just came to visit to see how I like it.
Right.
So once I left, I was just like, I ain't finna go back right now.
I ain't trying to do that right now. You weren't feeling the record deal.
So I ain't, you know what I mean?
At the time. Right.
So I'm gonna say like 2 years later, 2016. You know, Freedom still like that's why he got to respect, bro. Cause he could have really said you ain't want to fuck with that back then, fuck you.
Yeah, but he persistent.
He like shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you got it. I could help you. You feel me? I'm like, you know what? Around that time, 2016, I'm going through it too. I got shit going on. I'm like, you know what, man?
Let's try.
I'm gonna try it out.
Let's see what happens.
Man, came down and it was really one of the best things that happened.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? Came down
sir.
Ever since it was history, dog.
Yes, sir. And I'm so happy I met you, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
Yeah,
before you came down, I was like, man, I gotta focus on some other shit. Life got real. And then Pike, shouts out Big Bro. He say, man, we got an artist, Baby Soulja. He needs some of that good old that Louisiana, Florida vibe. He need that.
Yeah.
And that's how I met you. They put me in. But anyway, it ain't about me, it's about you. So you ended up getting with Strong Arm around 2016, 2017. And then in the beginning, I told everybody you're a trailblazer. You kicked the door open. You come from Jacksonville. You were the pioneer.
Right.
How did you bring Boosie to the city? How that came about?
Man.
For that dirty, you heard me?
Well, like I say with the dirty song, Boosie ended up coming to Strong Arm. He comes to the studio and he want to hear my music. Like, what you got?
Okay.
So like I say, I would just We letting them hear all the newer songs. Cause mind you, Dirty was already recorded like 2-3 years already.
Okay, so it was just sitting for a second.
That was over. That song been. I ain't even really
I
like
ain't
the song
thinking
no more. So we playing all the songs or whatever, and he vibing. So they end up running across playing the Dirty. I'm looking at the y'all
playing
Dirty, man.
this shit. Right.
But out of all the songs, that was the one he turned up to. Like,
this
boy, this that one, boy.
So you like, damn, okay.
So long story short, he got on it, right?
Gotcha.
He get on the song. It was an amazing feeling. Like, I got boots on. That was weird. That was like a weird. That was one of the best feelings of my life. So far as him coming to the city, after we do with the song we already done, we do the song, he put his verse on that, boom. So now we want to do the video. He agreed.
And he showed love.
Yeah, he showed love.
He said that it came through and actually did it. It came through the hood.
Yeah, came through the hood.
And if you look in that video, it's a lot of people who went on to be stars.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, people don't understand. You really the original. Yeah. The originator.
Yeah.
Like I ain't putting sauce on it. I ain't phasing. I'm keeping it gangster.
That's the truth, though.
Like, you was the pioneer. I want to highlight that. You heard me?
Fact. So, yeah, it was a few people in that video too, though. Yeah. That before they was anybody.
Before they was anybody.
Osiris, he was in the Fulio. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. You feel me? He was in it was a few people in there, man, who was in there. You know what I'm saying? Before they ever got a name. So yeah. You know, I always had to sit on my back.
Oh yeah, they always supported you. Yeah, they showed you love. And even the artists, they always, when they came down, they always looked for Soulja. What Soulja? We want to show love with Soulja. So that's one thing about it. Your hood, like a lot of niggas leave a city and they can't go back. You definitely can go back. They love you.
Fact.
You hear me? So another big record that caught wind was you and Yak.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that. You did the average record. How did that come about?
Yak, man.
That's like the Kodak.
So basically we had to like every day we in the studio just working, creating. So I just went to vibing right then, like cause that's what it was, the sound that I heard. So I'm like, okay. So I'm humming, then I'm putting words together.
Right.
Average. I ain't average. I'm like, okay, I want to use that average part. I don't know what else I'm gonna say
but
yet.
It's going in there.
But that average got to go in there because I like how I say that. Average. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. So, I'm like, hey, record me right quick.
Yeah.
So, the beat playing, the beat ain't even done. It just...
So, he in the middle, it's an incomplete beat.
It's an incomplete beat. Okay. So, they record and I just make a video just vibing. Like, average. I ain't trying to grow up like my daddy did. So that just came out right then, at that moment while the camera.
Oh, that was live?
Yeah, that was live. I ain't even try to say it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I ain't trying to grow up like my daddy did. So, like I say, we post a little video, a little clip up.
Yeah.
So everybody commenting like,
that's the one.
That's the one, but I can hear Yak on that with you. I'm like, okay.
People speaking.
And it's like every comment saying that. So I'm like, reach out. And like I say, man, bro don't rock with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Bro don't care about none of that. What you trying to, if he don't rock with you, he don't rock with you. If he don't want to do something, even if it's about some trying you offering money,
he ain't got you straight.
You
ain't
feel me?
Do that. Yeah.
So, bro came through for me.
Yes, he did. And he shot the video and everything.
Yeah. So came through for me, dog, and I salute him. That helped my career a lot. You feel me? That's how that went.
Okay, shout out to Kodak for that.
And he did the video with
it. Man. I remember that was a crazy day. Yeah. Man, we were from location to location. Yeah. I remember that shit. Yeah.
Not only did he do the video with me, he came to the studio to record his verse with me.
Right. He ain't do no email it.
Yeah, he ain't do it like that. He came to the studio and then we did the video.
Like he did the whole process,
the whole rundown.
Writing it to recording it to video to release. He was there every step of the way.
So
that's love. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into, we're gonna touch on real quick how, because that was, we went in the order, like the timeline. Right, so that everything was going up, and then we hit a side strike and we hit a guardrail.
Yeah.
So could you generally talk about what happened without being too specific?
So basically, man, I got charged. They hit me with a murder charge. Okay. You feel me? In 2019. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's when everything went like downhill. It was like, what in the F?
Yeah, right. Everything just flipped on his head. Yeah, because everything, you was at the BET Awards.
Everything. Awards. Everything, bro. Like
Kodak Black, NBA Youngboy.
Everything, yeah. So everything was going good, you feel me? We just dropped a video with City Girls, them. Like, everything was going good, right. You feel me?
And then boom.
They hit me with the murder charge, and so I ended up sitting, bro. I had to sit 2 years and 6 months, you feel me?
Damn.
Long time. I ain't never did that much time in my life, you feel me? So I'm like, nah, I'm just sitting, fighting, not knowing when I'm going home.
What's gonna happen, yeah.
So, yeah. But like I say, so I came home at 22. At 22, I'm back up and running.
Okay.
And
hold on now. Right. You jump on the jet.
Yeah.
You left the courthouse. I mean, you left the jailhouse.
Fresh from the jail.
Jump on the jet. And then you come down to Miami and you went straight to the studio.
Straight to the studio, first day, first night.
Now I've seen in other interviews where you said you preferred not to have done that. Now I personally know why.
Yeah, see,
I know why.
Yeah, man, cause so it was like, man, my plan was, mind you, I've been gone away from my family, my kids.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, man, when I come home, I want to be where nobody really know. I want to spend time with my kids, my family. I want to go with my people for like at least a week or two and just spend that time, and that's it. So Freezer. You know Freezer.
It's go time.
It's go time. I got the jet. All right, I got the jet waiting on y'all though.
Yo.
You got a jet, man?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, people them already drove down here, man. They done drove all these hours down here, man.
Yeah.
Shit, they get on the jet too.
Well, everybody, come on, let's go.
I say. So fresh from the
fresh out the
jail. My people pick me up in the rental.
Yeah.
We go to the
Clipport, private airport.
My people leave the rental. Fuck.
Yeah, y'all keep that.
Whatever.
Figure that out later.
Figure it out. We all jump on the jet, come straight down to Miami.
And went straight from the airport.
Straight from the airport to the studio.
Bitch, you had 1 million views on that video.
Yeah.
The world was waiting on you. You heard
me? That's on Instagram. I ain't never had that at the time. Like
what?
They were waiting on me. They were waiting on you. They were waiting. It made me feel good because in there, I'm like, man, I'm seeing, the TV come on, you locked up. I'm just looking at all the rappers. I'm like, he on the TV now?
Yeah, this nigga's a shit. Fuck with you. But this nigga made it.
Man, this nigga wasn't nothing when I was just out there. Yeah. Salute though. But
you're right. But you just remember how time was flying. Yeah.
So I was still like, man, I don't know how people gonna
receive you.
You know what I mean? When I come home, man, is it over with? I don't know.
It's never over for Vic Dope.
So I come home, man. Man, they went crazy, bro.
Yes, sir.
That one post got like, it's about 6,000-7,000 comments.
Look at immediately.
Everybody, welcome home.
And then he stepped out of jet.
King Kong.
I'm back, bitch.
Yeah.
So you get to work, and boom, before the plane could take back off, some more BS happened. Yeah. Now, people always speculate, and they be like, oh, he can't stay out of trouble. I want to give you a chance to explain
right.
what it is like. You ain't got to, like I said, you ain't got to be specific because you don't owe explanation. But your fans, I don't want people who got the wrong idea about you. I want you to clear.
Yeah, so I was on probation, man. And first and foremost,
straight up.
Because I read comments, I done heard a lot. Oh, he like going to jail. He like.
Exactly. I want you to address all that shit.
Man, I don't think nobody just wake up and say that they just want to go to jail. We don't expect it. It just happens, you know what I mean? So, but boom, I will say this though. Once you got a name point blank, you are a target.
Right.
You ain't got to be in the streets or nothing. You're a target just because you have a name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's targeted by females, whether it's targeted by jack boys, whether it's targeted by the law. Somebody, you're a target.
Right.
In my situation, I grew up in the streets, you feel me? I grew up in Duval County, you feel me? And then I make a name, I get famous or whatever you call it. It's like,
famous,
off rip, that made me a target, you know what I mean? Especially with the law, you know what I mean? Although, man, I try to stay under the radar as possible, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're gonna be watched, you know what I mean? So with that situation, I came home, I was on probation, and I caught new charges.
Okay.
And it was basically like, they was already warning me, like, man, you just came home from a major charge. You know what I mean? You come back.
So we're gonna sit you down for a second.
Sit you down, you feel me? So I caught some charges fresh out. I was fresh out from the murder charge, and I ended up catching a new charge the same year, like right then. I wasn't even out a year at all.
It happened.
And I caught new charges.
So they kind of want to make an example because they kind of warned you and said, hey, you just came home from something serious.
Yeah.
If you come back for anything,
we're
going to have to sit you down.
So
you sat down for that.
I ended up sitting down for Almost 2 years.
Again.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So now, fast forward,
Yes,
2024,
yes,
I
sir.
came home.
Yes, sir.
And
Big dog back out.
big dog back out, man.
At you.
At you, you feel me?
That's what I'm talking about. Right? So yeah, so I like I said in the beginning, I'm proud of you. I like where
Appreciate
your
that,
head
bro.
at, your focus. You know what I'm saying? You done caught up
Right.
with the family, and I clearly see you ready to get back to work.
Yeah.
You know, clearly. See, we mentioned a lot of the records that you known for. You know, a lot of your popular records.
Right.
And a lot of the artists. I'm gonna put some of the clips here. When you look at yourself in 30, and you see that young nigga.
Right.
Boy, cause boy, that young nigga, he slim. He got all that shit hanging off of him. He looking like, bitch.
Yeah.
The world was his. The world was your oyster.
Yeah.
If you can go back right now and you was in a room like this with nobody else, I mean, you talking, and you could sit across from him and talk to him, what would you tell him? The 2018 Baby Soulja.
Me talking to the 2018 Baby Soulja right now.
At the peak of everything.
I tell him, man. I let him know, like, man, listen, little bro. Bro, you are loved. You are respected, fam. Just because of where you from alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just because of just you humble, just everything about you, people could see it. Even the street side, like you already got the love and respect and the reputation or whatever. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
That's real.
Because he definitely had a point to prove to everybody. You see how skinny you was.
Yeah, that motherfucker was little.
So he had a lot of, he felt like he had a lot to prove. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, sometimes he wasn't even getting tried, bro.
Right.
It just...
He just felt like it.
Yeah, he just felt like it. You know what I mean? And he felt like he had to be macho monster or something.
He had to prove to himself, like,
so,
I ain't on that. Y'all gonna respect me.
Yeah.
And they already respect you.
Yeah, so I tell him a lot of stuff like that. I let him know that it's gonna be destruction for you if you make the wrong decisions. And, you know what I mean? For the future, it's gonna be destruction if you make bad decisions. I let him know, man, that you basically got the world in your hands, bro.
Straight up.
It's real on you, what you finna do with it.
That's real.
Yeah, I let him know a lot, bro. Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna ask you this. This ain't to be funny. This is some real shit.
Right.
You know how he thought back then.
Yeah.
But that nigga want to hear what you got to say? Cause you gonna have motherfuckers say, I tried to tell him. I tried to tell him.
Yeah.
But you talking to you, do you think he was trying to hear anything back then? Honestly. Don't tell me what I'm gonna know. You know. Don't tell us what we want to hear.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes and no because I'm gonna say yes because he actually takes advice.
Right.
You know what I mean? He takes advice and he listens.
You do. I remember that.
Now, and he would sit and listen, right?
Right.
Now the no part comes after the conversation you have with him.
Okay.
Because immediately he might forget. It ain't that he did it on purpose.
He just might forget.
He just really not
thinking about what we
he living now. He back in reality. That fast, he's back in reality. You know what I'm saying? That fast, he's back in reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so now he's just who he is. So that's why I say yes and no.
No.
Bro.
I get you. I get you. Basically, you would have to catch yourself at the right time.
At the right time. Yeah.
But I'm happy. I'm not happy you went through what you went through, but I'm happy you learned what you learned.
I'm grateful for it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was bad, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I said, bro, I was a loose cannon, bro, and I didn't see how deep I was in nothing.
Yeah. I know you.
I ain't see it at the time, bro. Cause when your mind's so clouded, you don't see it, bro.
When you in it,
you can't see it. So I ain't see it, bro. That little dude back then, he was losing it. Yeah,
he was off the chain.
He was off the chain, bro. You know
yeah, but I'm happy
like,
he grew
people
up.
ain't want to be around him. People were scared to be around him. People,
yes, that's a fact.
Good people who really loved him ain't want to be around him because they ain't want to jeopardize nothing of what they had going on. You know what I mean? It was just a lot. So yeah, I'm just grateful. So I had to go through what I went through, bro.
And you grew up, man. I'm proud of you growing up. You went through that and made a man, a hell of a man out you. Like I'm dead serious. You got a strong little boy. You raising to be a man. You got a beautiful little girl.
Yeah.
You heard me? You was a
that,
family man. Now, that's a part of your resume.
Yeah, fact.
My dog a retired gangster.
Yeah,
he was a superstar rapper. And now he's a family man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the most gangster thing on your resume. You heard me?
And I feel like all that was part of the purpose of me doing all that time because it was a lot I was missing. You know what I mean? I was missing I had the physical in order.
Got you.
But mentally, I didn't have it, bro.
Got you.
Yeah, look good on that little dude. He got the jewelry, he got everything going on. He looked raw, but his mental wasn't there, bro.
He was like rich on the outside, but
right?
Poor on the inside.
Right. He was unstable, very unstable, bro. Like mentally unstable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a loose cannon. This motherfucker might fire at any second.
Not even just on that, just like his kids could be right there next to him, but he's not right there next to him because his mind is always somewhere else. I love you, boom. I'm over here now, I'm over here. My mind is everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right, I get you.
So now I feel like now I'm more
in the present.
I'm in the present.
The moment.
Everything. Mentally, physically, with everything now,
That's the see now the fact that you could bring me to understand that, bro, that shows the growth in you, bro. That's real talk. That's real talk. Speak like a nigga that grew up.
Yeah.
Like real talk. You speak like you ready to tell some young nigga, like you ready to tell the next Baby Soulja, like, bro, you ain't gotta do that.
Yeah, fact.
And that nigga listen to you because you been through it.
Yeah.
Real talk.
And that's a good thing too, because you ain't really been through nothing, bro. If a nigga don't really believe you been through nothing, nigga don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
It's not the YNs.
No, not these young niggas. No. And to be real with you, you was one of the first young niggas. You was the first YN. And you retired, but that's what it looked like. You grow up, my dog you still up.
Yeah,
you still good. You still grinding. Like, you never fell too far from the grace of God.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how dark it got, God always knew where you was, and He always knew how to get you back.
Mm-hmm.
And you always was reachable for God.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, what we got going in the future, my brother? What we working on, my brother? Any movies? Because I always said that you jumped out as an actor.
Yeah.
I always thought you should have been doing movies. And Freezy thought that too. Everybody thought that too. That's why we did movies. So I think you could be an actor too.
I believe it too, because I never knew I could.
Yes.
But when I did it,
man,
and I look at it, I'm like, it looks so natural.
Timeless, man.
Whole time I'm really probably nervous as I'm doing it. But when I look at it, I'm like, man, it's just so natural. I just got it. You know what I mean?
You do.
Yeah,
I'm ready, brother. I think you should do some acting. You know, any kind of movies. Hey, y'all got any scripts, any movies? Send them Baby Soulja way, man.
Yeah.
You know, he could use it. He could definitely use the roles, baby.
Sure.
Cause my dog need to get that acting bug out of him.
Yeah.
Let's get it. So any music, any plans in the music, anything we got coming up this year?
Yeah, man, I'm recording right now. Okay. I'm like I said, I took a little break.
Yeah, family.
I was really doing, my family thing.
Understand that.
You know, I had to catch up, you feel me? I've been gone, bro.
We just counted 4 years.
That was 4 years, yeah.
So we had to catch up.
So I was gone over half of my daughter's life.
Damn. And all of Baby Boy.
Yeah, all the living life, yeah. So that's what I've been on, but now I'm getting back in that mode. You feel me? Like, y'all
that fire starting to burn.
Yeah, it's starting to burn. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of fire burning, man, you got a record. You got tons of records.
For sure.
You want to drop this shit right quick for him, right quick?
Yeah,
let him
hit.
Let's do it.
I'm not tryna die young, so now I'm clutching on one. I'm not tryna die, tryna live and have fun. Do it for my family, yeah, I'm tryna put on. I'm not tryna die young, so now I'm clutching on one. I'm not tryna die, I'ma up it and touch some. My children even gotta stay out here for my little ones. I'm not tryna die. Reminiscing about the Swift, I was just with water. Had a med war with me, that was my little homie. I went to jail, but I left him with my big 40. Got seen protect them down, dawg, how you get killed on me? It's like I had to go to jail to get restored again. Cause I was on that mile and fucking up before I went in. I was out my body, booted up, committing sins. Doing shit that had me facing life and facing 10. But I got a better vision now, I can see some things. And I got some plans and some goals, I could be some things. I'm finally staying out the hood, found peace again. But I still keep a Glock, cause these niggas, they seek for fame. Saw my little dog the other day at where he going at. Asked him who car he had, he told me that it was a splat. Do you not see little brother, all the smackers getting smacked? So they go to show that you can get it too, and that's facts. Yeah, I done found a piece of garbage, still searching though. I still smoke, I still drink, I ain't perfect, whoa. You need to leave that girl alone, she ain't worth it, bro. Don't let your feelings make you crash behind a dirty hole. I wish back then that my little bad ass would've stayed in school. I probably wouldn't have did the shit that the streets made me do. Yeah, you got bodies, I got bodies, but I don't think it's cool. Cause with that gun or without that gun, you can make it. I'm not tryna die young, so now I'm clutching on one. I'm not tryna die, tryna live and have fun. Do it for my family, yeah, I'm tryna put on. I'm not tryna die young, so now I'm clutching on one. I'm not tryna die, I'ma up it and touch some. My children even gotta stay out here for my little ones. I'm not tryna die, I'm not tryna die.
And it's been another episode of Step Into My Office with my little brother, my beloved Baby Soulja. It's a pleasure to have you, my brother. And we're gonna catch you on the next one. Cheers.
I'm not tryna die young, so now I'm clutching on.